Okay, let's go for the full thing with the rounded corners. So you'll notice that the drawing surface is now 160 by 160. That's so we've got ourselves a little margin around the outside. We need that because if we draw right at the edge, then the line is kind of half in and half out. So we're going to take ourselves away. We still want the square to be 150 by 150 though. One thing that can make things a little bit easier is if we start out by translating to the center. Alright, so what I like to do, also we can exploit the symmetry. So if we CTX and then we translate right to the middle, which is 80, 80, because it's 160, 160. So that puts us in the center. And now we're kind of working with positive and negative numbers. We're relative to the center. So what I want to do is start off by drawing a kind of an octagon. So instead of drawing a curve here, I'm going to draw a straight line. Let me show you how we can do that. I'll start off with CTX and I'll move to the first point. If I was going to an octagon, I want to move to that point there. Okay, so radius, this distance is 20. So I want to go forward 75. 75 would take me all the way. Okay, so 20 short of that, 55. So I CTX, move to, so that's 55 to the right. And now I want to go up, which is negative, okay, because we're an upside down computer world. So I want to go up, which is negative, and I want to go all the way to 75 this time. So minus 75. That takes me to the first point. So this one here takes me to the first point of that octagon that we would get if we flattened out that line. And now I want to go to this point here, which is 75 to the right and 55 back. Okay, so I'll do a CTX line 2. So what did I say? 75 all the way to the edge, and that, but only 55 up this time. Okay, and I'm going to bring myself all the way down to this point here, which is 75 along, 55 down. So that's CTX relative to the center. That's line 2. What did I say? 75 and plus 55. Let's just see if that worked. So we'll do a CTX stroke. So we should see 2 lines. Let's try it. Where's my go button gone? It's all the way down there. Okay, that's what I wanted. Donk. All right, so my argument is exploiting symmetry. If we then did that again and again and again, if we did it 4 times and we rotated each time, we'd have roughly what we want. Let's do that. I'm going to put in CTX rotate, and that kind of rotates our view, kind of turns the whole thing so that we can do it again. Now I want to go positive 90 degrees, which is pi over 2. Math dot pi over 2. All right, so that's 90 degrees. That doesn't actually do anything, it just shifts our frame of reference. And I want to do these 3 lines, I want to do them 4 times. I'm going to copy and 1, 2, 3, 4 pastes. That should give me bang, bang, bang. Okay, all the way around. That's nice, that's what I want. Okay, we don't like the copy and paste, it's a pain in the neck. So let's get rid of that for the minute. And let's, instead of doing this diagonal line here, so this one here, this was the diagonal line that took us from there to there, I want to do an arc. And I think I know this off by heart. Let's see. So there's an arc, whoops, there's an arc method, and that takes the center of the circle you're drawing. Okay, so the center of the circle is here. That's 55 minus 55. Minus 55. And the next parameter is the radius of the circle I want to draw, which is 20. And then you've got to give it the start angle and the end angle. So the start angle I want is this angle here. So horizontal line from the origin out, that's 0 degrees. Up is minus 90, or in radians, that's minus math dot pi divided by 2. So that's the start angle, not equals, that's minus. That's the start angle, and the end angle is 0. So that should draw a curve. Okay, not exactly what I wanted. What did I do wrong? Okay, so I did a line to there. Okay, yeah, I see what I've done. So I'm starting here, I'm doing the curve. Am I? So I move to here. Okay, I move to there. I move to there. Oh, I should have done that first. So I should do the arc first. So that's the arc. So I move to the start of the arc, which is here. I draw the arc, and then I want a line to right down here, which is 75 plus 55. That's more like it. That's what I wanted. Okay, so I do the curve first, and then I go down. Now, if I copy that 4 times round, I should have a rounded rectangle. Let's try that. I don't want to copy the move to. I want this thing here, and I want that 4 times. Copy 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, lovely job. Okay, and then we did a stroke. We can also do a fill. So CTX dot fill. We don't want to fill in black. We want to fill in yellow. Have I got the yellow? Here's the yellow. So copy that, and this is all kind of setting up. So we'll do CTX dot fill style equals that guy there. Okay, while we're at it, do we want to make that, let's make that line a bit thicker. CTX, no, I won't. You know what, I think I remember what I did wrong last time. Okay, fill style is that, and let's make the stroke style CTX stroke style. It's going to be black. This is kind of redundant because it starts out black anyway. And I'm going to do a stroke and fill. No, I'm not. Well, let's see the difference. I'm going to do stroke and fill. Okay, stroke and fill, that's okay. But look, I think it looks better if you do a fill and stroke. So if we do the fill first and then we do the stroke, it'll draw. So what's happened is that with the fill wiped out half of our line. That's nicer. Okay, that's the line that I wanted. So we do the fill first, then we do the stroke. That's better. Okay, so everything's lovely. All we've got to do is put in this guy here. And that should be pretty straightforward. We've got to remember to begin path again, because we don't want to mess with what we've done. Begin path. What else have we got to do? CTX. We've got to set the line width. Line width has got to equal, was it 16? Okay, and now I've got to put in my points. Because I've rotated 4 times, I should be back to where I started. So what I should be able to do is CTX move to, okay, so this point out here, so this guy is 100 by 100, so I'm moving out 50, 50, 50, 50, and then I want line 2s. CTX line 2, and okay, so 50 minus 50, I think that's, I'm going around backwards now, that doesn't matter. Copy that, and then another one and another one. So we go to 50 minus 50, let's go to minus 50 minus 50, let's go to minus 50, 0, and stroke. I haven't closed it, but I've written a lot of code with that, trying it, so that's how we go. Okay, that's it. We've got 3 of my things. So if we just do that close path business, we should be all right. Close path, and happy days. It is 100. You know what? I'm going to change the answer. That's the kind of cheat that I am. I'm going to change the answer to make that 100%. But that's enough for now.